What's up, Patreon patrons? Thanks for the support. Thanks a lot for the support. Am I live? Am I doing it? Oh no, new high score. Is that bad? Alright, let's start this game. Last night I finished Star Tropics on my stream, and that game is like brutally hard. I mean, it is like kick you in the head while you're driving difficult. So today, I decided to play something that's like nice and easy and straightforward. Nah, just kidding. I'm going to play Castlevania. Hello, subscribers and future subscribers. I'm KarmaJolt. This game on the Konami Castlevania Anniversary Collection is going to be the original Castlevania. Wait, in the rare case of, did that say blackouts? Holy shit, this game is hardcore. Headaches, seizures, dizziness, and blackouts. Yeah, that basically sums up Castlevania. And before I get started though, like this anniversary collection is really awesome. I think I paid $10 for it, and it might have been on sale. But it's got Castlevania 1 through 4, which includes Super Castlevania 4 on SNES. Then the Castlevania Adventure, as well as Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, both on Game Boy. Also Bloodlines for Genesis, and Kid Dracula. And then there's like a bonus book that shows you art and stuff. And I could play the Japanese version if I wanted to. But it's got 8 games. Was that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 games in this collection. And that's pretty darn cool if you ask me. Yo, wait, let's read the lore before we start. I thought this game... Oh, wait, hold on, I'm reading the wrong one. So I thought this game came out in 1986, but maybe it was released in the USA in 87. Transylvania, a small, peaceful country in the heart of medieval Europe. The people of Transylvania whisper the legend of Dracula to their children at bedtime. That's a great bedtime story. Only half believing it to be true. The forces of good keep a watchful eye over the land, protecting all who live here. But even during the constant vigil, the forces of evil manage to prevail once every century. Each time this happens, human beings with evil hearts begin to chant unspeakable prayers. This is Dracula, the Prince of Darkness, resurrected upon the face of the earth. And each time he is manifested, his powers grow stronger. Once long ago, Dracula was indeed revived in this manner. However, his ambitions to plunge the world into darkness and build a kingdom of evil were crushed by the hero Christopher Belmont? Okay. I guess this is like from the original Castlevania instruction booklet. I don't know. Following Dracula's demise at the hands of Christopher Belmont, the Transylvanian countryside slept peacefully for 100 years. Then one Easter night, the townspeople were celebrating the joyous holiday with a splendid carnival. But in the ruins of the old monastery, it did not give me a chance to read the whole thing. Ooh, is this Zoda's Revenge? Says Sean Robinson. Yeah, absolutely it is. Anyway, I didn't know who Christopher Belmont was. Anyway, these people were celebrating a holiday with a splendid carnival, but in the ruins of the old monastery on the edge of town. I have to lean in close to read this because my eyesight sucks. The followers of darkness were holding a black mass to revive the evil count and give him eternal life. They poured a sacrifice of human blood over his remains. As they did so, an ominous thundercloud enveloped the town. Suddenly, a single bolt of lightning pierced the monastery. In that instant, Dracula, the Prince of Darkness, returned to this world to begin a new reign of terror. I didn't know that about the Easter Carnival and the cult that poured blood. But all was not lost. The successor to the Belmont family bloodline, a young man by the name of Simon, was determined to rid the land of this terrible evil. Taking the mysterious whip left to him by his father, he ventured into Dracula's castle to face the Count alone. Yeah, that's a great idea. Also, I don't bring a gun with me. Anyway, this game's Castlevania. It's another NES game that's known for, like, its crazy difficulty, but lately I've been sort of practicing it, so I can at least beat it if I try hard enough and use some continues. But oh boy, I remember playing this game when I was younger, and I needed to use Game Genie to beat this game. But also, like, even if you're pretty darn familiar with the game, like you might have watched a whole bunch of speedruns and stuff, you might not know about, like, all the secret treasures that you can find by doing specific actions. So, like, if you jump past the door of the entrance to Castlevania, you can get that little money bag to spawn on the other side, and you have to jump back, because if any part of your sprite touches that, the opening, the door, then you'll automatically walk inside. Anyway, you probably know how Castlevania works. I've already picked up 2 upgrades for my whip, which I did not explain. But I also picked up a sub-weapon, and in this case it is the stopwatch. If I hold up and hit the attack button, I can use my sub-weapon, and in this case, again, it's the stopwatch. The stopwatch will make all enemies on the screen stand still for, I don't know, a couple moments, maybe 3 seconds. That thing kills everyone. Strategy, break everything because there may be treasure. Not like it's your house, and Dracula is a jerk, so he deserves it. True. Yeah, he's not using it. He's clearly not using the stopwatch anyway. Yeah, and sometimes you'll find meat in the walls. It's like a pot roast or something. It's clearly pork because, you know, Dracula doesn't like steaks. I made a joke. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat this game on my first try, but I can at least show you some of the treasures. Yeah, if you duck on that platform down there while the fishmen are jumping up at you, another treasure will appear from the other side. And at this point, I don't really care too much about taking damage, because in the first level, if anything hits you, it's only gonna deal 2 damage to you. In later levels, anytime you get hit, you take more and more damage. We'll see that later. But hey, this jar that I just grabbed gives me invincibility, so I can walk. Well, I could have walked through those zombies if I were faster about it, but I'm being pretty casual about this first level because it's not that hard, okay? Anyway, the first boss is this bat. If you just kind of stand here and throw your axes at him, and occasionally whip, you won't have too much trouble. But also, watch out for stairs in this game, because they're annoying and obnoxious. And at the end of every level, you pick up this orb that heals you, and it's good. Have you ever played Holy Diver? It's a Castlevania clone, originally just released in Japan, but has since been translated and ported to the NES. Yeah, I think some people were telling me about that back when I did my Castlevania 3 playthrough. By the way, in my Castlevania 3 playthrough, like the first episode of that playthrough, I got all of the facts wrong. I was like, oh yeah, Trevor is Simon's son. He's not. He's not. He's in fact one of his ancestors. I'm kind of playing like a fool, but look at this. If you break these blocks and then walk into the closet that you made, you can pick up a crown for 2,000 points. And I don't know if points are worth... Actually, I think if you get enough points, you get an extra life. Do you not? Could be wrong about that. But hey, let me get you into some real game mechanics here. So first of all, you see this number 2 that I picked up? I got one in the last level. But what it does is it allows you to have 2 of your sub-weapons on the screen at the same time, which you normally cannot do. And there are certain places where you can just straight up find those 2 times 2 multipliers. Or, if you hit enough targets or kill enough enemies with your sub-weapon, eventually one of those enemies, and by the way, candles count as enemies, will drop a multiplier for you, and you can even get a ×3 if you do it enough. Also, if you stand still on this platform, it spawns a treasure chest. Not a lot of people know about that one. But that's basically how you farm for drops in this game, is you kill enemies and candles with your sub-weapon. I shut up for a second there because I had to concentrate. That's like the first actual hard part of the game. Whoops, I jumped backwards somehow. That's like the first actual difficult part of the game. I didn't mean to pick up this stopwatch. But those platforms with the floating Medusa heads, it's like so easy to get bopped and knocked into the pit. And you just straight up die. It's funny because if you fall there, you're really only falling like 2 or 3 stories down. But then later in the game, there's like a scripted fall. Kind of left some meat back there. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, I think these things are a one-hit kill, so I'm gonna freeze them with my stopwatch while I have it, and go under those crushy platforms. And this bat can be annoying, but if you just jump here, you'll trigger his animation. Like, he'll fly forward, and you can just walk right under him. I think there's a holy water somewhere around here, but I could be wrong. Anyway, these, I think they're called bone pillars. Take 6 hits to kill, and they shoot fireballs at you. Kind of annoying, but not a huge deal. Also, there might be a treasure in here. No. Ghost takes 2 hits to kill. Also, there's one more secret treasure in here. But can I get a different sub-weapon? So I think if you stand still under the 4th archway, it spawns a money bag for you. And those Medusa heads are like kind of annoying, but if you just keep walking straight forward and don't stop, whoops, they will not hit you. Anyway, here's another Medusa boss that I usually have the holy water for, but if I have the stopwatch, I can just keep it in place and whack away at it. Keep going until you get the 69 multiplier. I will. Alright, so generally, except for like that one area with the Medusa heads where you can get knocked into a pit, levels 1 and 2 are kind of a piece of cake. And then in level 3, they crank up the difficulty. So, yeah, alright, let's get some holy water here. The way I usually deal with these monkey-looking dudes, which I think are called flea men, is I keep walking until they jump, and then I turn around and hit them on the way down. And then there's a skeleton over here that is sometimes a pain in the ass, but is not too bad to deal with. Alright, this is the part of the game where it starts to suck. Throw a holy water on this platform, hit the skeleton as he comes across, and then get 2 quick whips on that ghost as he's coming at you. And sometimes I like to try to bait out this bird. Okay, well I got hit there, but it wasn't a big deal because the bird didn't knock me off the platform. Okay, and if you have the holy water, you can instantly kill that skeleton as he's below you. And although the stairs are annoying because, like, sometimes you're trying to use your sub-weapon next to the stairs, but instead Simon will start to climb the stairs instead of use a sub-weapon. Like, the stairs can mess you up a lot. But if you're on the stairs, you can't get knocked backward. So, like, if you're worried about one of those birds hitting you and knocking you off a platform, you could just, like, stay halfway up the stairs and avoid getting knocked into a pit. That room, you can just walk straight through. Sometimes you'll get hit by a skeleton bone. Yeah, if you kneel right there, there's a money bag that spawns. I whipped that dude 6 times. And also what you can do, if you throw a holy water in front of those bone pillars that shoot the fireballs, the flames from the holy water, by the way, the holy water creates flames. I don't know if I show you that. But the flames will block the fireballs. The water itself, like the actual jar of holy water, will not block the flames. So you want to make sure to throw the holy water in front of the bone pillar like that to block the flames. Whip in the air here, yeah, to avoid a cheap-ass death. And then I think there's one more bone pillar, yeah. Ooh, okay, I got that Medusa with my holy water there, so that was lucky. And I got the doubler. Also, don't get that knife, because you'd rather have the holy water, trust me. The weirdest secret in the game is if you walk next to this rock, a money bag will spawn in an area where you cannot get it. And I don't know why they did that. But anyway, if you have holy water and the doubler, you can just throw water to either side. And this battle is like sort of a piece of cake. There's also an emergency meat in that rock, like at the bottom of the stairs there, if you need it. But I did not. Trying to get this candle here. Are there so many platforms and steep drops because Dracula is really bad about home maintenance, or is he really into cardio? Well, I think he can literally fly. Actually, I don't know. But yeah, look at this. The game starts you off with like a, I don't know, 400-meter drop, which would normally kill you. But this one doesn't count for some reason. Okay, don't worry about hearts in this level, you'll find tons of them later. Just concentrate on not getting killed. There's like a weird damage boost that you can do, where you can like, yeah, you see where that fish man is walking? You can actually get up there. That was whack. And they usually don't drop on you like that from above. But I am concentrating very hard on not getting hit by a stray bat. There's gonna be one right here, yeah. I'm gonna duck under him. Alright, that's the hard part of that level. I might have wanted some hearts for this part, just because it's nice to be able to throw a holy water behind me if one of these flea men gets behind me here. Oh, I missed him, shit. Alright, so generally you can just whip them as they fall down, and you'll be fine. The birds will never spawn low enough to hit you. I took a hit there, but it's not a big deal. And then once you get here, you can just walk straight under this bone dragon? I don't know what to call it. It was supposed to be a water slide, but Nintendo ran out of budget. Hey, I got a tripler here. And I definitely don't want this knife. But yeah, I got a lot of hearts because the flea men dropped them for me. In fact, enemies will occasionally drop random items for you. Sometimes they're just big hearts. Sometimes it's like a multiplier. But sometimes it's another sub-weapon that you do not want. I'm just gonna keep throwing holy water at this dagon here. Okay, now this upcoming boss is pretty hard if you don't have holy water, but if you do, he is a piece of cake. Did I do it? I think I got him. Yeah, that wasn't so hard. That's right, Sean Robinson. Cake is the best. And I know you love baking. I know you're a bakist. I've seen your Instagram. Now this level's gonna kick my ass, I think. So I might have to stop doing commentary and concentrate. I already missed. And that guy just ran away, huh? Alright, so for the most part, being aggressive against the skeletons kind of pays off. Because, like, well, maybe I'll show you next time, but if you stand still, the skeleton will just back off and throw bones in front of you, and he will never hit you. So you kind of have to approach to kill this guy. That was a bad idea. But yeah, you see how that did like a ton of damage to me there? Once you get to that area right before Frankenstein, or Frankenstein's monster, every hit in the game will start to do 4 damage to you. Also, if you press up against that wall, you get a 1-up, and it's, I think, like the only one you can find in the game. Alright, I have a little trouble with this section because it's hard to see these flea men on the red background, but I think I got it. And then there's one more red skeleton that pops up here. Oh, there's one more flea man, too. Forgot about him. Anyway, there's meat in the wall there, so don't forget about it. And in this room, the first thing you want to do is run forward and immediately throw a holy water. If you're too fast, or if you're too late, you'll hit the holy water on the edge of that bridge. Or that first platform up here. And a good way to cheese that guy is to throw a holy water and then back up and he'll walk into the flame. Because he tries to keep a very specific distance against you. Oh. Oh yeah, and in this room you want to kind of race this guy to the top of the stairs, but I was too slow, so that's fine. That's fine. It'll cost me a second. And here I'm just farming hearts. I don't really know what's in these candles, but I don't think it's anything that'll mess me up if I accidentally pick it up. There's one more treasure I know about where if you stand here... Yeah, moneybag spawns. Oh shit. I kind of did the wrong strat against that knight, but that's okay. And usually there is a multiplier. There's a multiplier in that little alcove. Really? That didn't kill him? But since I already had the triple multiplier, it ended up being just a money bag. A small one. Oh wait, there's actually one more treasure you can get. Yeah, if you jump onto that platform. Alright, I knew about that. There's probably a bunch more that I don't know about. But hey, these Axe Knights, you want to get right up close to them and throw a holy water quickly. Also, it's kind of hard to throw your sub-weapons when you're on the stairs, so just like wait for this guy to pass you. And then go to the next room. I'll read your comment in a second, Sean. Forgot about this. Kind of forgot about that bone pillar. The bone pillar up here, though, you can actually just cheese him. If you get, like... If you just get, like, your torso above the stairs there, you can actually hit him in a position where he can't hit you. And there's one more wall meat here. Now, this room is, like, kind of a killer. Unless you know exactly what you're doing. And I don't, but that was very well done, in my opinion. Alright, this guy will kick your ass too unless you have holy water. So what you want to do is, like, immediately throw a holy water on that platform. And just keep throwing it. Hey, there we go. I'm doing pretty good. There's meat in the wall, so don't forget about it like Dracula did. Worst Thanksgiving ever. Yeah, you should be able to smell it, right? Anyway, this is the final level coming up. And it's the one that gives me the most trouble anyway. But there are some strategies that you can do to at least get through the level. Here you want to walk up and hit that bat, then just run. The second bat, you want to jump right... Well, that usually doesn't happen, but I got lucky there. I was about to say, you want to jump, like, towards the edge of this platform. Yeah, and then you'll pass him up. He's throwing a fireball at me here. This could be bad. Alright, so usually I get through that room without getting hit. But I don't know, I'll take what I can, I guess. And there's an emergency meat coming up. But it's in an area where, like, enemies spawn at you like crazy. Shit, this guy's gonna hit me with a bone. This is bad. Okay, I died. I finally died. But I think it's not like a huge deal. I did lose my sub-weapon and I did lose my multiplier. I think you want to be fast here, actually. Yeah, that's what I should have done. That's okay, I got my life back. Alright, this guy's being tricky. And he's being a real dick right now. Well, he despawned. No, he didn't. He just jumped back there. Can I despawn him? Okay, and this part is where the flea men start to jump at you. I think I wanted to take a different route there, but that's fine. And here, you kind of just gotta go whenever you have an opening. Oh, I walked into him. Actually walked into him and took damage there. And now I've made it to the final boss. If I'm really lucky, I can beat this guy without using a continue. But at least there are candles here that give you plenty of upgrades. And I think at first I want to hold on to this boomerang. I'm not sure. There's a very specific timing to hitting Dracula here. When he opens his cape, wait a beat, then jump forward and hit him. I'm gonna grab this holy water now. But occasionally he'll spawn like right on top of you, and it's like hard to avoid taking damage in that case. So I'm gonna be real patient here. Yeah, when he spawns on top of you, walk the way he's facing. And you do get plenty of time to react. But also, like, his hitbox window doesn't stay there very long, so you only get, like, a quick second to hit him. And dodge at the same time. Alright, and now I've gotten him to his final form. And I think what you want to do is immediately stun him with a holy water. And then basically just like keep him stun locked by throwing this water at his feet. Ooh, I blocked all of his fireballs with that holy water. And then you deal damage to him by hitting him in the face, so I might take a hit here. Yeah, it's hard not to. And that's it. I beat the game. I didn't expect to do it that easy, but I did it. What's going on, Kaboom and stuff? Arg, I hate when my castle gets full of Vania. Hey, Karma and other Sean. Oh, 2x Sean in the chat? I expected this to take me a long-ass time, but I only did it with one death. But this is the end of Castlevania. Also, I didn't comment on this dope-ass background that the Konami Castlevania Anniversary Collection shows. But yeah, look at this. Screenplay by Bram Stoker. The cast, Dracula and Christopher B. Sean Multiplier. Death, Bela Lugosi. Yeah, I love that, like, the credits for this game are just like the names of monsters. Vampire Bat. Mix Shreks? What is that called? Fishman. Green Stranger. I remember the episode where the Green Stranger showed up, and then the Red and Yellow Stranger are like, guys, I think he might be a good guy, but then they have to fight him anyway. You remember that? Power Strangers? With all that time left, you can fire up Star Tropics too. Oh, I thought that was just some scrub, not Dracula himself. Anyway, once you're done, the game restarts you on stage 19. And you can play the game all over again. It's pretty much the same, except more bats are flying around everywhere. And it's like, not worth playing this game. Shit, I didn't mean to pick up the knife. But I can still spawn that bag of money. Damn it, I didn't jump far enough on the way back. Yeah, look at this shit. Not only are there zombies in here, but there are bats. And everything damages me more. So, I'm probably not going to continue this for very long. That was Castlevania. I might play it again sometime and try to do it, do a deathless run. But like, I was pretty darn happy with that right there. The game gives you infinite continues, by the way. So the only way you can really lose this game is if you turn it off. Yeah, this is annoying. See there, I tried to hit up B to use my, my stopwatch. But since I was so close to the stairs, instead of using my stopwatch, I started to climb the stairs. And that's why I hate stairs. Anyway, I don't know what to do now. Like, maybe I'll just stream some other game? What should I do? Yeah, as a matter of fact, why don't I, wait, that's not what I meant to do. Why don't I... Oh yeah, and I could have, like, saved a state at any time that I wanted. In fact, why don't I save my replay? So, I could do any of these other Castlevania games, but I'll probably get into one of these weird Game Boy ones some other time after I practice it for a bit. These old Castlevanias make me think of ghouls and ghosts. That's another game I don't have too much experience with, but it is on this thing. So maybe I'll load that up in a hot minute. Yeah, this Nintendo collection has a lot of good stuff. Oh yeah, and there's a special version, huh? Welcome to the extremely difficult Stage 6. Have fun. You'll start from Stage 6 in this special version of Ghosts and G's, and you're armed with a rapid-fire, easy-to-use dagger. The Great Demon Lord awaits you just ahead. Can you stand the challenge? There is no need to fear, as you have one more strong weapon to use. Suspend points! But once you beat him, if you want the true ending, you'll need to beat the game all over again. Yeah, so this, like, NES collection gives you special versions of games where, like, basically they start you with a ton of stuff. Like, I know, like, the Metroid one is like, hey, you start with a ton of rockets and all of the upgrades. So if you want to play Metroid, like, really casually, you can do that. I don't know even what this game is, but there's a special version. I know that Mighty Bomb Jack makes an appearance at, like, the Super Bowl halftime show in Tecmo Super Bowl. The GBA Castlevania was my favorite. With the card, you can mix and match for different spells. Which one? Which one are you talking about? I played through Harmony of Dissonance, like, I don't know, a year or two ago on, like, a Halloween stream. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe soon I'll play one of these. Okay, I'm probably going to log off and then find a different game to play and then set up a new stream, like, real quick. So, I don't know. BRB. Thanks for watching me beat Castlevania, like, way faster than I expected. But yeah, until next time, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great, and I'll be back in a second.